Hey Joe, it's Folks here. In this video, I'm going to be talking about some things you need to do in order to make your first print-on-demand sales. What we're going to be going through today is essentially like an easy checklist that you guys can use. Make sure to pay attention because we're going to go through this relatively fast. I want to eliminate any fluff from this video that I can. So without further ado, let's jump into it.
All right, folks, how to make your first sale on your print-on-demand store on Shopify, right? So we're going to be talking about, if you enjoy this content, make sure to join the POD Ninjas Facebook group. Down in the description, you can join my Facebook group. There's over 40,000 print-on-demand store owners there right now. Also, make sure, if you need help getting started with Shopify, you check out my free step-by-step course. There's about 20 videos or so. There's a link in the description. It's going to show you exactly how to open your store. And also, like the video, it's not for my own ego, but if you get something out of this, drop a like. It's going to help someone else who is trying to find this content actually find it, because when there are likes, YouTube begins to recommend this content to other people. So let's jump into it. Do this first, okay? My most successful students run Shopify stores. The only platform I have ever really put time and energy into is Shopify. If you are not on Shopify, I don't know what you are doing, because it's the easiest way to get started with print on demand. Yeah, it costs $29 a month, but you're going to get that money back in the long term, because it's going to be the best place for you. If you want to check out why I think that, watch this video here on my channel. I will try to put the link in the first comment of this video so you guys can check that out. I'm not going to spend a whole bunch of time here defending Shopify, but if you want to learn why, go check out that video. Like I said, you need to be on Shopify. Okay, don't worry. Like once you commit to Shopify, like don't worry about expensive apps that you can install in your store, and don't worry about expensive themes. So many times people, when I recommend Shopify, they say things, well, Joe, you're going to have to purchase these really expensive apps, and you're going to have to pay monthly for them, and you're also going to need to invest a couple $100s in a theme, right? You don't need to. There's so many people on YouTube that promote those sort of things, most times because they have an affiliate link that they're then pushing on you, so that way they get a commission, which I don't knock them for doing that. I certainly have affiliate links as well, but you don't need that stuff, right? You can just start your Shopify store, use a free theme, use free apps. You don't need to pay for any apps at the start, okay? Second thing here is you're going to need a really sharp name. I see so many people create print-on-demand stores on any platform, and the names they come up with are just really not great, okay? For the most part, keep your name short and sweet, less than 10 characters or so. Don't make up words, and try not to have multiple, I just knocked my mic, try not to have multiple words in your domain name. Avoid something like joesgiftsandcreations.com, right? Go with something giftsfromjoe.com, right? Much more sharp, right? It kind of rolls off the tongue a little bit better. Okay. You also want to make sure, before you do anything else in this video, that you have a branded homepage and a branded product page. What do I mean by that? Well, when you land on that homepage, make sure that you don't just have a whole bunch of products there, right? You want to make sure you actually put like a header image, maybe something about your store, about your brand, something that's going to speak to your target audience, right? Secondly, on your product page, you need to make sure you have really great product images. You also need to make sure that you are writing a custom description. Don't just use the default description that the print-on-demand app gives to you. Make sure that you are including all of those same branding elements that you're putting on your homepage on your product page. So many times here on this channel, but we've done this too, where I review stores and I look at the homepage and I say, wow, this looks great. You guys have a lot of really awesome branding elements here. You have great imagery. You've written some great stuff about who it is you're trying to sell to. And then when you go to a product page, it's literally just a product image, some generic description from the print-on-demand app, and a buy button. And unfortunately, no one is going to buy from something like that. You need to make sure the store looks good before you begin even thinking about trying to make sales. Okay, and then launch ASAP. So many people, they spend months, even weeks, like designing, so many different things. They try to launch and create dozens of different products, and that's really not something that you should do. You should try to launch as quick as possible, right? Start with like 4 designs, right? Keep the site really clean, right? Focus on the things I talked about earlier, the homepage and the product page, and begin marketing. The quicker that you can fail, right? I don't mean to be negative, but the quicker you can launch, And fail is going to allow you to quickly make adjustments, right? The worst thing in the world would be if you launched your store and spent weeks, months building things out only to have a failed launch. You're likely going to be really discouraged. And the amount of people that I see quit after that happens because they already invested so much time and they don't want to do it again is crazy. I see people that quit all the time after something like that. So that's why I'm saying launch ASAP, right? Get that store up, create a couple of designs, and begin promoting. That way you can make adjustments quickly before spending too much time. Secondly, you need winning products, okay? A winning product is probably one of the most important things about a print-on-demand business. It's the perfect combination of these three things. The first is your niche, okay? Print on demand. Let me say this for the people in the back. If you can't hear me, turn your volume up. Print on demand is a unique business model. You need to have a niche that is actually going to be passionate enough to buy products online. If you are creating a clothing line, or if you are just making abstract designs, maybe you're an artist and you're trying to sell your art, everything I'm going to talk about in this video going forward is not going to work for you, because what you have is not something people are interested in. You need to actually choose a passionate niche that is willing to buy online. That way, when they are scrolling on social media and they see your products, they're going to become interested in that, right? It's going to stop them in their tracks. It's going to stop their scroll, and it's going to get them to want to come and check out what it is you have for sale, because the niche represents something that they are passionate about or something that they identify with. If you miss this part, people are going to scroll right by and not end up making a purchase. Secondly, your product choice, okay? Don't pick something saturated. If you're familiar with my content, you know I talk about all the time trying to tell people to avoid t-shirts and mugs and hoodies, and that's because those products are so saturated. If you take any passionate niche that is worth selling in online, there's likely going to be thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of other sellers that are doing the exact same thing on t-shirts, mugs, and hoodies. You would be much better off choosing a more unique product, something that people inside of your niche haven't seen as much, and then literally replicate everything else. Use the same design concepts, use the same strategies for marketing, the same strategies on your store, and try to market that unique product, because that's going to help you to stand out. And then most times too, if you're actually choosing something that's not a t-shirt or a mug, you're going to make a lot more profit margin in the process. Okay, and then third is your design. Simply put, you got to create something that people want. Don't just create, really, simple, basic text-based or clip art-based designs. You need to actually create something that is going to be dynamic. And if you are not a designer yourself, you should probably think about potentially hiring a designer. If you guys want more information about these three things, because this is not really the focus of the video today, make sure to go to the POD Ninjas Facebook group. In there, I have a complete mini course outlining strategies that I've used and things that I've taught to clients over the last couple of years to help them to generate over $5 million in sales on their own stores around these three things: your niche, your product choice, and your design, right? Like I said, go check that out. It's inside of the POD Ninjas Facebook group. So once you do all that, right? Once you say, yes, Joe, I'm going to do Shopify. I got a great name. I've branded the store. I got some great niches. I got some great designs, and I'm ready to begin trying to sell. Here is the first thing that you are going to want to try to do, okay? You're going to want to start by promoting products for free. Okay, you're not going to be jumping right in to Facebook ads, which we're going to talk about in a few minutes. And just a quick side note, Facebook ads, in my opinion, are the quickest way to scale print-on-demand products. So eventually, you're going to want to try to use them. But first, you should do this, because this is a free way to begin promoting products. Okay, what you're going to want to do is start an Instagram page for your niche. So whatever niche you've chosen, create an Instagram account for that niche. All right. Like We Love Panda Bears or not WeLovePandaBears.com, but just at We Love Panda Bears, right? A niche Instagram page for people that like panda bears, all right? Then next, you want to optimize your bio, all right? In your bio on your Instagram account, the first line should say something to the effect of, follow us to join the best panda lover community on Instagram, okay? Then right below that, you're going to write something like this that says, want panda merch? Shop here, right, with the link to your store. All right, and if you're on a general store, put the link to the collection for the panda products right there. And then here's where the magic happens, okay? You're going to want to go out and you're going to want to go and find cute pictures, memes, and videos about pandas, right? And begin posting that stuff on your Instagram account, right? Try to do this at least once daily. It can't be a once a week type thing. You want to do this consistently, okay? 3 times a day is probably going to be the most optimal, right? Once in the morning, once in the afternoon, and once again at night. And then what you want to do as you're actually posting those things is you're going to want to go out, do some research in your niche, start seeing what hashtags are popular on other posts, and begin using those hashtags in your posts as well. So that way they can be, something that can potentially go viral on somebody's explore page, right? If you guys want to see this in action, literally go into your Instagram, click the little magnifying glass on the bottom. You'll start seeing a cultivated feed of images and videos that Instagram has curated for you based on things that you are interested in. And that is exactly what our goal is here, is to try to start posting products or videos, not products yet, videos, memes, images as well that are going to be something that our niche wants to see, and we're going to get them in front of them by using the correct hashtags, okay? Here's where the magic happens, okay? You want to run promotions on your Instagram for your products, right? As you are beginning to post these different memes and videos and images and stuff, you're going to want to layer in pictures of your products. And when you are posting those, make your caption something like this: "Do you love pandas?" ? Save 20% now. Link in bio. Use code SAVE20, right? So you're basically cultivating this following, right? You're posting pictures and videos and images that they like, right? And then all of a sudden you're dropping like a panda bear blanket, right? Or panda bear shoes or panda bear print on demand product, whatever, right? Whatever it is you've actually chosen, and you're offering them 20% off. And you're telling them the link is in your bio. This is an amazing strategy that so many people don't do, and honestly, it's free and it works, right? You should be doing this immediately with your niche. Okay, be consistent and you will make sales, right? Be consistent and you will begin to grow that account. And like I said, I said be consistent and you will make sales. That's assuming that you have a nice looking store. That's assuming that you've actually set things up correctly. Obviously, without seeing what you're doing, I can't, really guarantee anything, but this is something that's worked really well for me and people that I have worked with as well when they are consistent with it, okay? The next part of this is ads, okay? Like I said before, this is, in my opinion, the best way, the quickest way to actually begin promoting and scaling products. And that is because on day one, you can begin showing your products to thousands of people, all right? Literally, on day one, brand new store, right? You can show it to the world. And that is why I think Facebook ads are awesome. And honestly, so many people overthink ads. They get really, concerned about the strategy and all that stuff. And I totally get that. I totally understand that. But one thing to keep in mind is the majority of your Facebook ad success is going to be driven by what we talked about earlier: your niche, your product choice, and your design, and the way that your store looks. Most times, if you have all that stuff done perfectly, you can make sales with a mediocre or even a below average ad strategy, right? The thing that you can't do is sell products to not passionate niches that have bad designs on an ugly store. No matter what you do with your ads, none of that is actually going to work, okay? So let's talk about some tips with ads, right? Here's 2 tips. Here's 2 keys to success with Facebook ads, okay? The first is your ad creative, right? You want to make sure that whatever video, like let's say you're making a video to promote your products or whatever image that you're choosing, you need to make sure that it clearly shows your products and your designs, right? People need to know immediately what it is they are looking at. If you're like me, you likely scroll social media very quickly, and your customers are doing the same thing. You need to make sure that whatever you are doing, whatever type of product it is, whatever type of design it is, that people can see it immediately. And that way they can make that split-second decision on whether or not they want to click your ad or not. And the second part of this is your targeting, okay? Don't go broad, right? So many times people don't understand that print on demand is about niches, meaning if you're not showing your product to people that are actually like truly passionate about the niche that you're selling to, no one's going to click it, right? Here's an example, okay? Let's say you're in the nurse niche, right? You're creating leggings or shoes or whatever for people that are nurses. If you're just like launching ads and targeting the interest nurse, right? If you've never ran a Facebook ad and you don't know what I'm talking about, maybe start watching some of my other videos. But when you begin launching ads, you need to create an audience, right? And part of that audience, you need to choose an interest to target, right? An interest is just something that Facebook has grouped people into based on things that they're interested in, obviously, things that they do, pages they interact with, etc., right? So most people would just begin to target nurses. Now, what's likely going to happen is you're going to get a whole bunch of people in that audience that aren't even really nurses. They just kind of support nurses, and maybe they follow pages that are about nurses, or maybe they're related to a nurse, right? So what's going to happen is you're going to spend a whole bunch of money promoting that product to people that are not actually nurses, which means that you're going to spend a whole bunch of money promoting that product to people that are not actually interested in buying it, right? A better option would be to look up interests that people that are nurses are going to be linked to, right? Maybe a specific nursing organization, right? Or a charity or a nursing school, because most times the people that fall into those groupings are going to be much more likely to actually be working as a nurse and actually be your target demographic, right? Hopefully that makes sense. Those are really some key things with Facebook ads that are going to help you to succeed a lot more than the strategy and things like that that don't have to do with your image or your targeting, right? Those are two main things that you need to focus on. And like I said, everything to do with print on demand is going to come down to your winning product. The perfect combination of your niche, your product choice, and your design. If you're running a print on demand store and it's failing, take a look at those three things. That's likely the place that you need to spend the most time, because like I said, even if you nail that part, if you have a great niche, great product choice, and great designs, usually you can be successful even if you suck at the rest. And when I say successful, I don't mean like scaling a super profitable brand. I just mean making a few sales, right? You should be able to make a few sales if you have winning products, but if you don't have winning products, you're likely going to be making zero sales. So let me know what you guys think in the comments below. And like I said before, if you guys are not a member of the POD Ninjas Facebook group, make sure to join. There's a link down in the description where you can come hang out with me and over 40,000 print-on-demand store owners. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video.